live. What's going on, everybody? So, I'm going to pull you guys off here in this area and try to bring you down here with me. So we're doing our, that's probably not a good spot to put it. There we go. So yeah, we're down low. We're just doing our McGill Big 3 warm up. In case you guys haven't seen it, so McGill Big 3 whole main point here is just to curl up. So it's keeping a natural curve to the back, one leg down, elbows up off the ground. Just a slow, solid crunch, maintaining that curvature in your lower back. 3 seconds down. Swapping legs. This is just the warm up, just doing some nice, easy McGill Big 3. One more. All right, pretty easy start. Going into some side planks here. If you guys have seen this before, you're probably aware of how I do all these things. So this is the same warm-up. I had the similar kind of warm-up. Doing the side planks here. 30 seconds. Pretty easy, just trying to get the McGill Big 3 side planks, strengthen up our core and stabilizers. We're gonna do 30 seconds on each side here. Okay, and that's 30. Switch to the other side. Whole reason for this is, yeah, just creating stability in our core. Hey, Slogan, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. How's it going? Thanks very much for joining in. Just warming up here. We're going to start leg day any minute. We're just doing our McGill Big 3 here. Strengthen our core and our stabilizers. Hope you're doing well. If you consider doing a subscribe, I'll subscribe back to you. That's kind of how I always am. It's building a community. I'm on here 5 days a week, streaming my workouts. It's 30, all right. Yeah, streaming my workouts, my warm-ups and everything. And I haven't fully been streaming my cardio workouts yet, but just mainly my weights ones. And yeah, just building a community around health and fitness and mental health. I've been in the fitness industry or been in fitness in general, over 20 years now. I'm an old man. So yeah, if I can just pass on, defluence some of the nonsense that's out there and pass on some stuff to anybody or help clear up some noise that they're running into in the fitness world, I'd be happy to do that. I think it's a good place you can come. I don't sell any coaching. I don't do any of that stuff. So it's not a sales tactic. It's just being here to kind of help you guys sort through the noise. This is just bird dogs here. Again, just another warm-up exercise. Lower back, glutes, and core. If you guys have any questions about fitness, exercise, nutrition, mental health, cognitive behavioral therapy, drop it in the chat. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. So that was just the warm-up. This is the dungeon. I know it looks kind of crummy and stuff, and that's kind of the point. Jan, hi, how are you? I'm good. You? Imran, hello. Thanks for being here, guys. If you guys could, drop a subscribe or follow or just lurk around. I appreciate you guys being here. That was our core warm-up. We're going to move into squats now. You guys will see over here is my not so great squat rack. So I just started live streaming. I've been doing social media now for the better part of 6 months. I did a show this past year, so that's where this all started. And if you guys have any questions around fitness and health, please drop them in the chat. If you guys are interested, I have all the social medias as well, all at Baddiedaddydiaries. You can follow on Instagram, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, basically all of them. Anywhere you can think of, I have some sort of Instagram, TikTok, threads, all that. And if you guys have any questions that you're not comfortable putting in the chat, you can just drop it in. Lorcan, how you doing? Yeah. Welcome back. If you guys have any questions like that, drop them in the chat, or if you want to message me on any of my social platforms to ask me any questions privately, feel free to do that too. Anything I can do to help, I'm always happy to do that. Hey, Silas Moose, what's up? Appreciate you guys being here. We're just about to get into some squats. Looking at time under tension squats today, so it's just like slow and controlled, less about the heavy weight, but more, what sort of squeeze you can get for every rep. I'm wearing the Patriots attire because I'm excited. 2 weeks away from the Super Bowl. I don't know that we're going to win it, but I am hopeful. So we'll start out at 135 here. Just to gauge our depth. We're not trying to go too far past 90 here. I elevate my heels when I'm doing squats, just to focus more on getting as much quad dominance on the movement as I can. Yeah, pretty easy first set there, but we're getting going. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining, guys. Feel free to drop a subscribe. I will subscribe back if you guys have a channel going. And yeah, if you have any questions about fitness and health or nutrition, drop them in. We are at our first warm-up set there. Pretty easy. 135. Catching our breath now. We're gonna go up. I'm gonna go up in weight. Take a little bit longer rest in between here. This is our big compound exercise, big compound lift, so heart rate usually gets pretty high here. We're like not crazy high, we're 135 right now, so not like wildly high, but high enough. We're going anywhere from 5 to 8 reps here. So yeah, I talked a little bit about my focus right now in training. Big focus for me right now is just hypertrophy. Trying to gain some lean mass. So legs are important for that. A lot of guys underestimate legs. Something you learn from 20 years in lifting is, not everybody likes to skip leg day, right? So, and that's the thing, this guys that skip leg day, you'll always end up without a ton of muscle density. Reason being, by skipping leg day, you end up not optimizing your hormone profile. Sorry, just work emails. All right. Lots of love, Baddy. Hey, what's going on, Chrissy? My current setup. Yeah, so my current setup right now is I'm generally down in the dungeon here training, but every once in a while I'll actually go to the big box gym, like Good Life or whatever is my local like big box gym. We're going second set here. I'll get back to you in a second there, Chrissy. But yeah, local big box gym every once in a while, but mostly in the dungeon here. Yeah, so yeah, as I mentioned, current setup is the dungeon most days. But current setup is 4 days a week lifting. Yeah, 4 days a week lifting, and 2 days a week cardio. 4 days a week lifting, 2 days a week steady state cardio now. I actually took out the HIIT day because I was doing a HIIT day and I just did my weigh-in again. So post-show, sorry, I got this weight belt on. Post-show in October, my goal has been to kind of recomp. So I've been trying to keep my weight between 200 and 215 is kind of my window. And I've kind of stayed at around 205 to 210, really tight. And my body fat percentage is coming down, and slowly my body fat's like staying around a couple points of what it is now. So I'm maintaining kind of just under 15% body fat, and seeing my weight kind of slowly climb, which tells me I'm hopefully gaining some lean mass, and then I can cut around March and hopefully be bigger and leaner than I was at the show. But yeah, my weight hasn't moved. It's actually gone down a little bit in like the last 2 weigh-ins. So I'm cutting out the HIIT cardio, and I'm just gonna do 2 steady state cardio. So 4 lifting days, 2 steady state cardio, and 1 optional other lift day. We're gonna go up to about 2 plates here. Yeah, I don't know, that 8 felt pretty easy, so we're gonna try to move up a little bit here. Yeah, thanks, Chrissy, I appreciate you asking. Yeah, otherwise my setup right now, the universal, the squat rack bench press, and it's pretty much all I need, to be honest. I don't really need much else to do the majority of exercises that I want to do. Could I add to this? For sure. I think like I definitely will need to add some plates over time. Because I don't think that this will be enough, but yeah, in terms of what I have for equipment, like I have an industrial or like commercial grade treadmill. This squat rack needs to be replaced with probably something better, just because of how much I can physically squat. Like this thing's a death trap. I don't know if you see it, but like if you guys look, like that's not, and that's not even with my full weight on it right now. So it's not the most stable in the world for sure. But yeah. What about you? What's your setup at home, Chrissy? I'd love to hear it. Sorry, just taking a break. Oh, you just go to Good Life? Yeah, so I sometimes go to Good Life. Like I have a membership through work there. So sometimes when I'm in the office, I'll just go there. But always a good bet. Okay, so we're gonna go, this is just under 2 plates. We're gonna try to rep another 8 here. This is our second working set. All right, it's pretty good. We're gonna move up now to a full on 2 plates. Catch my breath here. Sorry, just catching breath. Should record that, but nice one. Thank you. What's your supplements look like? Yeah, supplements. So right now, pretty straightforward. Sorry, we're gonna go up to 2 plates now, but right now my supplements, basically pretty easy. One thing I always use is a good whey protein. I need to hit 220 to 230 grams of protein a day right now. So like without supplementing, that can be tough. So I take a good whey protein. I use a good fiber supplement every morning. Creatine, glutamine. I usually do 2 kind of stints of every calendar year, and so I'm in the middle of one right now. And that's pretty much it. Multivitamin, like when I'm in, sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath here. When I'm dieting in a deficit, I'll definitely use a multivitamin. I don't always use one during like my hypertrophy phases, because I'm typically eating good enough that I'm getting the majority of my micronutrients. But yeah, if I find one on sale or whatever, I'll grab a multivitamin. They're not really necessary, but the way to think about supplements and like nutrition is like, number one, your calories in versus your calories out is going to determine your weight. So you got to know that. You got to know how much calories you're taking in versus how much calories you're putting out. Number two, your macronutrients, right? Your macronutrients are going to determine your body composition. So if you want more muscle than you do fat, or you want to look fitter, it means you have a better body composition, more lean mass than fat tissue. That is going to be your macros. So a good tracking app will help you there. And then number three, your micronutrients just determine how you feel and your performance. So yeah, if you're, this is 2 plates here, so 225. So I'm just gonna quickly record what I've done here so far. So our warm-up, first set warm-up was at 135. Felt pretty good. Our first set was 185 times 15, sorry, just putting that down. 185 at 10. And then we just did plus 70. 205 we did for 8, and now we're going, what, 215? It's another 20 to 225, sorry, 225. We're gonna try for another 8 here, see how it goes. But yeah, 225 squat here at a body weight of 200. So I mean, we're doing more than our body weight plus our body weight here. So yeah, that's my supplement routine. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It's been that way for 20 plus years. I haven't really deviated, except for when I gained a bunch of weight before this last year where I lost the 80 pounds. I probably spent, after my second daughter, probably a year or 2 just not really doing anything other than like getting workouts in here and there, and not really using, like, whey protein was pretty much it in that time. But creatine I've been using since I was a teenager. Whey protein's cheap, accessible, easy, helps you stay on your diet. Here we go, 225. Aiming for 8 reps here. 225 at 8, not bad. I'll take it. So yeah, so that's basically it. If you're asking me for yourself, what's the best thing you can do for health and fitness? The number one thing you can do is get a really good tracking app. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Whenever I do heavy squats, I always get crazy out of breath. But yeah, a really good tracking app, and just track what you're eating. That's the number one thing you can do for sure. I'm just gonna record that there. It's 225 at 8. We got one more set here. The biggest change I'd say to my own supplements is I've never been one for intra-workout nutrition, but I started using EAAs more for just as a hydration supplement. And yeah, I don't know. I've enjoyed it so far. I feel better performance in my workouts, so I'll probably keep it for at least till I go back on cutting in March, end of March, early April, because when you're cutting, your calories are like so mapped out, especially if you want to start getting like sub 12% body fat. That's where it's really tough, right? Like getting down to 12 to 15% body fat, which is like flat stomach. You can kind of see the top 4 abs. That's relatively easy. Not like, don't get me wrong. It's simple, it's not easy, but relatively in comparison. Then getting from that 15, call it middle of the road, 13, 15%. Getting from that 13, 15% body fat down to like 12, sub 12, even sub 10, where you have a full 6-pack, that's really, really tough unless you have really great genetics. It's very, very tough. So I'll probably have to cut out the intra-workout stuff there just because there is some calories to it and whatnot, but heart rate's coming back down. So we got one more set here. Then we're gonna move on to hip thrusts for the glutes. Pretty straightforward and easy. But yeah, appreciate you asking all the questions, guys. Just catch my breath here. What's next? Oh, what's next for me? To be honest, I don't know. In my head, I thought I wanted to do another show, but yeah, I don't know now. As much as I enjoyed this one, it put a lot of stress on my family, my wife specifically, and she's fantastic and definitely doesn't deserve any extra stress that she doesn't need. So I don't know for sure that I'm gonna do another one. I also don't know for sure that I'm not. So it's something that we'll have to discuss as like a family and see. I did really enjoy it. My daughter, my oldest daughter, kind of gets the effort I had to put in to get there because she joins me sometimes down here doing my workouts. So that's it. Almost didn't get that last one up there. So 225, 4 sets. Yeah, so she appreciates the work that goes into it, right? Which is awesome. Sorry, I'm dying. So that was 225. 4 sets. Whew. I'm cooked. That was rough. Yeah, she saw, got to see all the stuff that goes into doing the show there, right? So I'm just gonna adjust this down here. All the stuff that goes into doing the show. So she liked it. She enjoyed seeing me on stage and all that. So I might do one more. It was a proud dad moment to hear my, to be honest, I almost broke out in tears hearing my daughter. I walked out on stage and so I was walking out. They announced my name. As they're dead quiet, all I hear is like a couple people clapping, my friends and stuff. They're there, and all I hear is, "Love you, Daddy." And like the fight, the internal battle that was happening so that I didn't cry was wild. If you guys are new, you haven't seen me before, I'm a giant softie. So yeah, hearing my daughter scream, "I love you, Daddy," from the crowd, you're trying to just get through a bodybuilding show is, yeah, it was a struggle to not cry my eyes out, but that's okay. I love her to death. I was happy to have her there. She was really proud, and she enjoyed watching me do my thing up on stage. So that was cool. I probably would want to do it again for her. But yeah, so moving on to some hip thrusts here. Nothing crazy. Sorry if But yeah, again, if you guys have any questions around doing a show, fitness, health, drop them in the chat. Would love to talk them through with you. See if I might be able to help offer some direction. So we're just going into, sorry, hip thrusts here. That band wasn't working the way I was hoping it would. So it's our first set here. Focusing on activating the glutes, which is the most important thing right now. I do these less about weight, more about just activating my glutes, trying to get a better than typical white boy booty. I got kind of that flat Caucasian booty, so I'm trying to get that pumped up a little bit if I can. So yeah, we'll add a little bit of weight on this next set, but so that's what's next for me. Just keep training, just keep trying to add some lean mass here over the next, is it 8 weeks before I get to where cutting season is, and then yeah, decide, am I going to do another show in the summer here, or maybe in the fall? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, we're just gonna take some of these weights off now so this squat rack doesn't collapse. Eventually the hope with YouTube and Twitch and all the stuff is to get, like, I'm already affiliate on Twitch, so I can monetize. I'm just waiting for that to happen. Yeah, monetize, and then hopefully be able to generate some income with my live streams so I can replace the squat rack with something usable where I can actually get some weight on there and give you guys a real show, right? Like 225 is fine and all, but I know I'm capable of more. Whew. So moving on to our next set, we're gonna hold a plate in our hips here now, a little something. So yeah, I'm gonna add some weight to this as I can, but again, I am still overcoming this whole lower back hip thing. I feel like it's just something everybody runs into as they get older, but who knows, right? Like maybe it's something that's actually wrong here. But for the most part, it feels okay today, even with the heavy squat. So just getting some easy. This is just more of a mechanics motion for me. Where I look to get my hypertrophy is the heavy squats, heavy leg curls, heavy Romanian deadlifts and stuff, which you'll see in a second. Ever since I had that, like, they're telling me it's like a piriformis syndrome or an SI joint injury. But ever since, it's basically like a glute lower back injury. It was like the worst. Couldn't get it, like I couldn't even, to turn my knees over in bed, like to roll over, I had to like grab the headboard and like lift myself up. It was so painful. I thought I was gonna be like messed up for life, but yeah, it went away over time. And then this is one thing that my athletic therapist has said to keep in, not heavy, to avoid like, I guess they call it glute amnesia, where the muscle just stops firing, and that's what led to that severe piriformis injury. So yeah, hopefully I can just keep these mechanic things in, keep squatting heavy and all my other exercises heavy, and just keep this mechanics exercise in and the McGill Big 3 at the start, and hopefully everything stays golden, but we shall see. Only time will tell. 40 years old, so I can't really mess around with that, right? Like not being able to pick up my kids over the course of a day is not exactly something I can do anymore. Right, the old me who would care, I wouldn't care. I'd just get hurt, spend a day or two, week or two at home just resting, get back to the craziness. But good news is, because it's not super heavy and it's just more a mechanics thing, I don't need to take a crazy amount of rest. Two more. But even though it's not a lot of weight, you'd be surprised at, like, especially in the glute where the injury was. I think they're kind of right about the glute amnesia, because there's like this weird like amount of burning in there. Like it's almost like that muscle just doesn't want to do its job. And then when you kind of force it with the band around your knees to activate the glute med part of it anyway, like the outer part of your like butt cheek, yeah, you kind of force it to activate, and it's kind of wild. It just burns like crazy. So, but I'm sure you guys don't want to hear my old man woes. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Are you guys working on anything in your own workouts currently? Like, what are you guys up to? Or what sort of questions do you have around fitness and nutrition, supplements, or even mental health? I'm actually a certified trainer, certified nutritionist, and I'm also a licensed cognitive behavioral practitioner. So I'm just writing in. I always log my stuff, so I'm just writing in, make sure I keep up with what I'm doing. I'm sure you guys can hear my little ones upstairs going crazy. All right, and then we're gonna move on to dumbbell Romanian deadlifts here in a second. We're just gonna do one more hip thrust here without the band on my legs, just trying to do my body weight and just really feel the contraction myself here. Supporting my shoulder blades, just without that band. Just focusing on those glutes. Nothing like having a day full of meetings, picking your daughter up from school, getting right down here and getting right after it. I prep all my meals, map my day out the day before, prep all my meals, bring them with me when I have days like today where I'm on the road seeing clients for work. One more. Okay, that's a 15. No pain in the lower back, so that was good. Yeah, so overall, felt pretty good for a really heavy squat there. Beating our logbook, so the number one thing you'll hear me talk about all the time is, are you beating your logbook? Because if you're working out and you're actually getting something from the workout, you want to have progressive overload. I think what a lot of people think of that is that I have to be adding weight every time I hit the gym, and that's not the case, because that was the case after 20 years. I'd be squatting skyscrapers, right? But the idea is that after each week, you should have something should be improving about your workout, right? Whether maybe you need a little less rest time, maybe you're able to control the reps a little better, a little slower, feel a little bit better of a burn. Maybe you're able to get one more rep, maybe you're able to get one more set, anything, right? Depending on how you feel. Something should be improving every week, and if it's not, then you need to kind of go back and look at what you're doing and what your plan is, and because something's off if it's not improving every week. Doesn't necessarily mean you're adding weight, right? So, okay, so we're gonna go 50s to start for dumbbell deadlift here. I'm just gonna turn you guys over here a little bit so you can see me doing the Romanian deadlift. I am gonna put a little bit of music on because I feel like when it's just me blabbering on, it can be a little ridiculous. Sorry, I gotta check my phone. I just got a work email there. All right, so yeah, work email. I can get back to that in a minute because I've had a bunch of those. Dying here. So I just put on copyright-free music, but yeah. So overall, I feel pretty good going into this. Just listen to some dark techno. Why not? Funny enough, I'm in finance, so it's just funny that an RBC commercial comes up there. All right, stiff leg deadlift here, Romanian deadlift with 50s. So you guys can see from the side here. We try to get to about a 45. Feet should be about hip width apart, hinging at the hips. Oh, fuck. Whew. So yeah. Whew. Dying here, guys. Sorry. Work always takes priority, unfortunately, in these moments. Peterborough, yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, back at it. Second set here. A little lightheaded after that last one in squats, sorry. 50s, we did 15, so we're gonna jump up to 60s, I think, for this set. Try to hit that 12 range. We always wanna try to hit the high end of the rep range if we can. But yeah, doing all right. So far, so good. Bounce up to 60s. So again, I'm gonna do from the side here so you guys can get a side view. I'll leave some room to improve there. Take a little bit of a break. We're gonna repeat that 60s. See what we can get again. 10 to 12 feels about right there, so. Oh. Ooh. So, yeah. I do really love and appreciate you guys being on here with me, though, to work through some thoughts as we bang out our workout here and chat and talk about stuff. It means a whole whack to me. I don't know if it means as much to you guys, but it's pretty great. And yeah, like if you guys want, like in these live chats, like drop in some things you'd like to see, some things you'd like to see me do, some things that you find interesting in lives that you might, you know, consider tuning into. Schedule if there's certain people on live that you guys enjoy watching that you'd like to see me train with or do a workout with, or a shared live stream. I'd love to, yeah, love to make this entertaining for you guys. Oh God, that's it, cooked. Oh. Whew. Pretty good though. Oh, 880, what am I talking about here? Okay, we want a seated leg curl. Seated leg curl, easy peasy. This one's just more for or at least I find I do this one more for the full range of motion squeeze than anything else. Sorry, we're gonna spin this camera over a bit now so you can see what I'm doing here. So this is the single best machine I think I've gotten for my gym. So I'm gonna grab my inch workout here so I can talk this through with you guys. The idea is both an extension and a leg curl, which is pretty dope. I can do both things. Yeah, prior to this, it was basically just squats, lunges. That was all she wrote. That's all I could really do. So adding this made a massive difference. And I hope it'll make a massive difference in my leg development over the course of this year, but we shall see. So this one again, trying for full range of motion. So get that full extension up. This has to get out of the way. There we go. So this weight actually feels fairly easy. 6, which isn't good. We don't like that. Oh, it's getting a little bit of a burn. Good stretch. It's mostly about, for me, the full range of motion when I do these, because I tend to do my compound movements really heavy and kind of to the brink of failure. So I've always been a believer in my like isolation movements like this to be about like good, strong control, good firm contractions both ways on the lengthened portion and the contracted portion of the movement. But still, that's 15, which is the high end of my rep range right now for these. And I probably could have done like 5, I don't know, maybe 10 more. So yeah, way too light. We will not count that set. That set does not count. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another 20 pounds. See where that gets us. Yeah. The idea here is to build some strong wheels, carry my babies around. So I'm just gonna email here. Sorry, just doing some work here. All right. Sorry, I'm just like starting to fall apart a little bit here. That's okay. So we went up in weight. We didn't count that first set because even though we stopped at the 15, 15 is relatively easy. I was nowhere near kind of that 1 to 3 reps in reserve type finishing point. But I add another 20 on here, so this should have me there. Again, when I do my isolations, I'm just really focused on these full extension, full contraction. Okay, so this feels more like it. Oh, yeah, so I was only able to get 12 there, and I think one more I'd probably be failing, so that's pretty good. 12 to 15 is the rep range. I'd rather have the heavier of the sets early, so yeah, 35, 60, 80, drop it down to 70. Okay. My daughter's having another rough night. Not great. Well, yeah, let me say anything? No. We're focusing here on just finishing up this this workout. All in all, feels pretty good. Whew. Little break here, and then we'll go right back into it. To finish up now, we have calf raises and Pallof press. Pallof press. Again, that's another core exercise there, but try to replicate this 70. So for calf raise, again, that's another one you're gonna see me do at the end here, calf raise. Another one that I do very high rep. I've tried doing the heavy before, and I don't know, I don't like it. I've kept heavy ones in my program throughout like my years and years of lifting. And I just find all it does is aggravate my Achilles, make my hamstrings feel tight and not like great. And whenever I do higher rep, I find I get like, my calves get thicker, they get more vascular, and I get a better workout. Like I feel like I'm able to actually focus on, without going super heavy, I'm able to actually focus on, it's a mindset thing maybe. I'm able to focus on that like kind of full extension, full contraction on the way up. Two more. Oh God, burning, but that's what we want. All in all, it's a pretty good leg day there. So for calf raises, oh my God, my hamstrings. For calf raises, what you'll see is me using a lot of my weighted vest. Not a military guy. Well, my grandfather's a military guy. I would love to be, but No, I'm too much of a bitch. No. Yeah, this was the one they had, so I got it. Two 8-pound plates in the front and back. It's 4 8-pound plates in total, 32 pounds, plus my body weight. And I basically just do that for 4 rounds of 30 reps. Try to get like a full extension on the way down, full on the way up. Just worry about the range of motion more than anything else. All right, so that's 30. That's the first 30. And we got 90 more to do. Actually, sorry, I just got this work email. It's gonna bother me if I don't take care of it, so I'm gonna take care of it, even though I've done my whole day. Oh, sorry, I saw another chat come up. 120, yeah, 120 reps, literally, yeah. So it's 4 rounds, 30, at the 32 pounds that are inside the weighted vest. So 4 rounds, 30 reps, and I don't take a whole ton of rest either. So that's what you mean. You can see like volume wise, I don't know, I just found my calves always seem to grow and get like more muscular and vascular with volume as opposed to heavy weight. Every time I try heavy weight, I end up with like sore Achilles, sore joints. So, all right, we're gonna go back into it. Again, full deep stretch, right up to the very top of the range of motion. 10. Oh my God, last 10 here for halfway. Oh, so that is, yeah, wild. So we're halfway at 60 there. Calves are already like screaming. But we're here. We out here, I think is as the kids, the hip kids say. So yeah, we're gonna give it about 1 minute. And then we're gonna get back at it. It's about a minute. So we're gonna go back to our third set here. Burning, 10 more. 2, 10. All right, so that's 90. Oh my God, my calves are like literally screaming. I feel like they're like peeling off the bone, but that's 90 reps and insane. Good for you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, some days I don't know why I'm like put myself through it, but all days I know I love it, so it's okay. Probably, there we go. There. So the next exercise we're going to do is a Palloff press, which is basically, oh, that's way too heavy. Palloff press, which is essentially just here for each side. Well, again, we're going to take a break here. We're going to give ourselves a minute, 60 seconds, and we're going to go back in for our last 30 reps. And then, yeah, then it's time for dinner and recovery and time with the kiddos, because we're up bright and early tomorrow morning for cardio, first thing in the morning. 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, incline walk zone 2. Nothing crazy, but. Okay, it's been about a minute. Last 30, so this is 120 total reps of calf raises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 6, 9, 10. Oh, God. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, my God. So that is a 120 rep calf finisher. Body weight plus like 40 pounds, not crazy amount of weight, but I can barely lift my feet. It's enough though. Okay. So Palloff press here is supposed to be, so Palloff press just to the side. Okay. All right, 15 aside at 40, Palloff press, not terrible at all. Try jumping up one. Ooh. All right. So, all in all, if you guys are looking for a good logbook, highly recommend this one off Amazon. It's like $4 or $5-6, something like that. It's nothing crazy, but yeah, it's been great. It allows me to track and make sure I'm doing all the right things. And yeah, so far so good. Yeah, so is that? Is this? Gotta go, sending love. All right, yeah, sending love to you too. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here for most of the stream. Just finishing out my last 2 sets here, so hopefully I'll see you on the next one. One thing I find with YouTube, is people tend to jump on and then jump off really quick, and people don't really stay around that long. Maybe that's a function of me. Maybe I'm the problem, right? Maybe I'm not as entertaining. I don't know, but I definitely find compared to Twitch, oh, yeah. Compared to Twitch, where people tend to stick around a little bit longer. Yeah, the fact that I've had somebody on for a majority of the stream is more meaningful to me, right? Because that's huge. All right, one more here. We're just gonna give it another 60 seconds. And we're gonna hop onto our last set here. And that's it for the day. But all in all, I feel pretty good. Legs got a decent pump. I got a good workout in. It's all you can ask for in a day. Okay. All right, other side. All right, and that's it. As a good little finisher, calves in that. Appreciate you guys being here. Sending love and peace to everybody. And hopefully we'll see you guys on the next one.